Welcome back to UNX Fast Forward, your daily dose of everything ninja. I'm Chris DeGangi.
And I'm Ethan Swanson, and right now we're knee-deep in the second round of the qualifiers to get to the second major event on December 14th. We were just at Centercourt Lawrence, and we have our top 3 men and women going to the major.
Yes, such an amazing competition from Centercourt. And on the men's side, we had Jamie Rahn in first place, and then Joe Moravsky and Michael Torres in second and third.
Yep,
so
and on the
strong.
women's side, we have Ayla Calasanti taking first, followed by Jordan Carr in second, and Abby Clark in that third place spot going to the major.
Yeah, and the course was awesome. We're going to get to take another look at it today. We've got Jamie Rahn joining us in the studio remotely for an interview, and he's going to walk us through his run.
Jamie!
Hey!
Hey! How you doing, man?
Doing awesome.
Yeah, not too bad after a first place finish, huh?
Yeah. Don't normally end up in first, so it's always fun to be on the top of the podium.
Oh, stop it. So modest. But, dude, well-deserved, and it was an amazing run. And we want to share with everyone some of your thoughts and what you thought was going on in the course before and everything. So let's take a look at it right now.
Sure. It's my first time seeing it again. So I always like dancing at the start, kind of put on a little music and kind of take out the nerves. Ooh, there we go. I don't know what the song was, but going through, find out the steps, just keep moving and keep breathing. Second obstacle really seemed to get a lot of people with the how much they were springing up on that slack line. So the goal was just to kind of stay calm and big pull to dismount early. And pipe slider, pipe sliders, pipe sliders, pipe slider. This one was more just, staying controlled, not wasting all that extra energy, trying to make it smooth without doing extra swings, extra pulls. But I'd rather do an extra swing than it's a little too aggressive. Now I'm coming up to my least favorite obstacles are the big obstacles where you just kind of got to hang on from a high position and ride it down. Not a huge fan of heights, so taking a moment to let my adrenaline calm down and really focus on what I'm doing. That way I don't make any silly mistakes coming out of it. There we go. Trying to save energy, keeping the feet up. Not the fastest, but it works. It's all about getting to the finish. Little rolly log. It actually has a nice little bounce to it. Kind of sets you up in the air, and the plastic was super grippy, so didn't really have to worry about slipping. And again, another really fun upper body obstacle like that slack line. It's all about getting in the right positions. Ledges were super good. The first one was worse than I thought it was. The last one was easier than I thought it was, so it all evened out. Trampolines, not my forte, but when you're in the course, you do what's right in front of you, and you don't have time to worry about it. So I liked this kind of spinny propeller business. It was new that I don't really get to try anywhere else. And now that I've kind of made it to the point most people had gotten to, the flying bar, I figured I'd take a couple moments, catch my breath. Comfortable with the flying bar and all aspects of it. Never did that switch up and under move. But what I was noticing, you'll see when we get to that final move, is people were either hitting the bottom of the cradle, not making it up, or catching behind their head. So I try to go as high as possible and just prepare for the impact. And then just hitting it really nice, felt super smooth. And then the finish, unfortunately Anthony missed the dismount. So wanted to make sure I got plenty of distance on that. And I came up to the balance and totally forgot I had the balance left. Almost didn't make the dismount. And this was the first time I heard Torres kind of giving me that you gotta go. So I really tried to turn it on. I thought that maybe I was running out of time, but I think he just kind of wanted me to get a good time. He came so close right at the edge there, right at the time limit, so I was really trusting him to make sure I stayed on time. And again, starting up high, jumping on a thing is always intimidating for me, so whenever a situation like that is, I try not to waste and just go, so I don't have to think about it. and then finishing off with a cliffhanger. I love cliffhanger. I love grip, so I always try to cross over to save moves. And I was able to do that for the first 3. The last one was a little bit bigger. I didn't want to risk it, so just a crossover on the way down, and then one extra swing just to make sure I didn't dismount off of it, and it's clear. Really fun course. Everything went smooth. I didn't have any hang-ups. Just a couple moments to take that rest and kind of reassure my nerves that I was going to be going where I think I need to go. And then we're done.
You went where you thought you needed to go, which was a buzzer and a first-place finish, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. And one thing is, this is your 3rd open qualifier trying to get into the major.
Yeah.
You didn't make it into our first major, and now you're here in our 2nd major. So how does that feel?
Oh, it feels awesome. I was went into the first one thinking, just like a normal competition, and I ended up making a bad decision in terms of how I thought the course was going to go. And then the second one, I made a mental error where I was too relaxed. And then so I mostly focused on, treating it like a competition, how it should be, where, in the show you fall, you're done, instead of just, it's going to play the field, you're going to do what you do. And it paid off to just go for full clear and not worry about all the individual pieces and just focus like I normally focus on the show and treat it as that kind of big picture moment. And it worked well. So I'm excited to go into the major, which is going to be, the same thing. I got to treat it as that even bigger picture, that super event where I don't know. I've never tried a competition where you compete on a similar style course multiple times. So unless it's been a super speed course, which obviously is not going to be a super speed course, which I really love. So I'm excited to see how it plays.
Yeah, and what's interesting is, you ran later in the order, and it came down to essentially that one move on the skybars. I know the dismount was something not to look past too, but talk us through your thoughts as the competition was progressing and seeing so many people go out on the skybars.
Yeah, I mean, I've been competing for a while, and DeGangi could tell you, a lot of times when we're in competition, you see people fall, you're like, oh man, that's rough, but you still have your game plan, you know what it's going to be. You're like, all right, well, something went wrong for them, or whatever. You try not to let their efforts affect what your plan is, unless they tried your plan and it didn't work. So I always try and keep that out of my head. It's always kind of disappointing to see, and you're kind of hurt by it, but it doesn't really make it less. I don't really feel any less confident in it when I see other people fall. I just kind of stay focused on me, and we saw Torres do it really early, and I love competing with Torres and knowing his ability. I just went off him. I was like, okay, he made it. He looked comfortable. I'm just gonna do it and pretend it's gonna go just as well for him.
Yeah, I think that's so interesting, is just the whole mental aspect, not letting other people's runs get in your head if you see somebody fall on something. I think that's such an important part of Ninja. But you just brought up Torres, and you brought him up in your interview, and I wanted to mention, in your interview you said that he was kind of telling you gotta go,
yeah.
Which is so interesting because he's sitting in the top 3, and he's telling you as a competitor, he's competing against you, but at the same time, supporting you and telling you gotta go, you gotta get a faster time. So, walk me through that relationship among like some of these other ninjas and how it affects like your mindset, how they're like cheering you on and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my favorite part about the competitions is being able to cheer everyone on. Whether you do good or not, you always want to kind of keep cheering everyone on. Sometimes, you need your 5-10 minutes to let it just soak in and deal with it. But having those people there supporting you gives you so much extra power. Like when I first started competing, I knew no one. I fell on the first obstacle, and then I went home and knew no one. Then I started training with Volcheski at the lab and you guys, and then the next time on, I felt so much more power because everyone was cheering you on. You knew your friends there, whether they went before or they failed after. I mean, like you said, I ran in the later wave, but I was there in the beginning. I wanted to cheer everyone on. I didn't want to leave. I couldn't just leave that atmosphere. I loved being there, and cheering other people on and having them, be there for me is something that I don't think we would be as successful as athletes if we didn't have that, because then we wouldn't really grow. We were trying weird things in the warm-up area, and just trying to get better and push each other, and that happens on the course. We want to beat the course and see who does the coolest thing, and may the best athlete win. So if if Torres destroyed it and he's helping me to kind of beat it for my own good, awesome. If he failed and he's still helping me to, be the best I can, I couldn't see him being any other way except for wanting to help each athlete do their best and to see each athlete, conquer something. I was telling Mike in the major, he had my favorite moment of, grunting it out for that last second on the back peel on the ropes, because I love seeing people push it to that very, last muscle and that very last, mental aspect, then, someone able to clear it super easy. So I really appreciate those moments and the athletes that are, standing behind you and really encouraging you regardless of your skill level.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that same way about so many people in the ninja community. But yeah, thank you, Jamie, for joining us and giving your thoughts and insight. I know you've been in the game for longer than almost anybody, so we appreciate you joining us on Fast Forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys. It's a lot of fun. Can't wait to see you at the major.
Yes.
We cannot wait to see you. Thanks so much, Jamie.
See you, Jamie.
Anytime. Peace, guys.
I mean, such an amazing person to root for the #1 spot. I mean, just his sense of community and his sense of like the ninja spirit is so amazing with Jamie, and he's such a strong competitor on top of it.
Oh, he's the whole package. I'm so excited for him to come to the second major, especially bringing what he brought is that experience, that calmness, the composure. I mean, we saw at the first major in the semis, we had no finishers, and we needed a hero, And I think Jamie has been proven to be that guy so often. I think he's going to do really well at the second major.
Yeah, and especially when he talks about his mindset of not making it his first 2 qualifiers and then coming into this one, changing up his mindset of not being too relaxed, not being too serious. I think he's kind of dialing in his style of competition for these UNX events.
Yeah. What is interesting, he said, is that he's a little afraid of heights, which makes no sense to me because I've been climbing on like bridges and stuff with him and like outdoors over some scary, sketchy stuff. So that was the first I've ever heard that. That was kind of amazing.
Yeah, that definitely surprised me that he's afraid of heights. He's flying through the air on so many obstacle courses, but afraid of heights. So
yeah. But
it won't stop you. If you're afraid of heights, don't think it's too scary to do ninja.
Right. Maybe start small first. But I mean, that was Jamie in his first place run, sending him to the second major. But now we're focused on moving forward to the second qualifier that athletes are going to have to get to the second major, and that's going to be the South region, Austin Ninjas in Texas.
Yeah, Austin Ninjas bringing out some top-level competitors. The Big Dog, Jody Villa, the Big Cat, Karsten Williams, and a ton more. So I cannot wait to see Austin Ninjas competition.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to take a look at what the course is in our course preview and some of the athletes in our athlete preview leading us into this weekend. You're going to be able to see that episode drop on Saturday. Austin Ninjas Qualifier C, who our top 3 men, top 3 women are, making it to the second major event.
Yeah, so make sure you guys tune in to UNX Fast Forward. And until then, I'm Chris DeGangi.
And I'm Ethan Swanson. We will see you guys next time.